Welcome back to a new episode of Improvisations on Growth COVID-19 Crisis Log. As Madhu is getting ready to resume work and activities in Vienna, in South Florida, the stay-at-home order continues. My name is Adina Arhiri, the hostess of this podcast and Madhu's improvisation companion. Have you ever noticed how a piece of art and its audience need each other? Art without a viewer doesn't exist, while the viewer needs art to find himself or herself in it. Is art in all of its forms next to our community and traditions missing from our lives right now? Do you feel that maybe we have taken for granted activities like festivals, sporting events, concerts that used to bring us together? Maybe now we can see how important all of these are for our growth and happiness. Listen to Madhu's podcast and find your own answers. What I'm also hearing from you is that why we need the community is because this is, as humans, speaking of that beauty, this is where we acknowledge that, where we share. We need the community to display the art, to display the music. Together, we are actually creating more. We're building on each other to bring better, prettier things to our lives. So maybe what the breakthrough is that for example, let's take, I was talking to someone yesterday with Van Gogh, and everybody knows he just sold one painting in his own life, and only after death, right, he's so recognized. Poor guy, he didn't enjoy a dime of his, and he was not very happy either. What I'm trying to say is that his beautiful art, it needs us, it needs the community to appreciate it, to value it. So it's almost like the analogy with a tree in the forest falls. Does it make noise if nobody's listening to it? If an artist creates a piece of art and no one sees it, is that piece of art even real without the community, without the eyes to see it?
I really, really love that, and I like to add, I think it's both ways. It's also the art needs us, but we also need the art because, and this is psychology now, we can only as individuals experience ourselves with the other. So you are my mirror, and because I can see you and feel you and smell you, I can experience who I am. So when there is no one around, I don't know who I am. I cannot experience myself. And so what art is doing to us is it helps us experience parts of ourselves that we would not have recognized otherwise. So standing in front of a Van Gogh, and this is a beautiful example because I just adore his paintings. And to stand in front of one of his paintings, there's a resonance in me. Something in me is able to. I'm able to feel something in me when I look at his art that I'm not able to feel otherwise. I can experience something in me that I'm not able to experience otherwise. And this is the same with other people. So we need other people in order to discover who else we are and to discover all our inner richness and our inner variety. And we can experience our inner versatility. And for that, we need the whole person and not just the head and the shoulders that we see on the screen. So I think what this us not being able to experience community and other people, it takes away from the knowledge and the experience of who we are. It kind of diminishes how we see ourselves. It's almost like we shrink. And I think this is what we all experience now. We feel ourselves shrinking, not consciously, but metaphorically speaking.
we are all like little droplets making up a sea. So you cannot have the sea without each little droplet. So now it feels like we're all suspended without gravity, like you see them in a zero gravity, like the water spheres. We just need that pull to bring us together so we can actually have a flow as a humankind. It's that feeling of being suspended, like up in the air.
Yeah, that I like that image. And we need each other to physically, in a room, in a certain space, to know that we are droplet in the sea and to feel the sea. And I think otherwise we just will dry up. We need each other in physical proximity, I think, for being able or having a chance to experience this
Wave.
unity. Yeah, this wave.
Yeah.
Because we're still, we are in our bodies, and what this virtual world is doing to us, it takes our bodies away. And it reduces us to the voice and the eyes.
It objectifies us. If we are just a voice, it's like robots. It's like robots. Why would you build a robot for a certain function? So I think that's why it gives us this feeling of inhumanity and like something cold.
Yeah. We are now experiencing what it means to be what it means to be objectified. Because I think this market-oriented living has objectified us anyways. People are called human resource, so that's there's the objectification just hitting right your eye. But now we are experiencing it, and hopefully we realize and we are aware to what it does to us, stripping away our humanity.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Madhu Einsiedler's COVID-19 Crisis Log. You may have noticed that the pandemic has opened up new ways of defining a good life. Is it enough to be on our own, fed and sheltered, yet deprived of our community in a tangible form? Each person is like a droplet of water in a big ocean, and all of us make up the ocean and the waves. Perhaps is this movement and the flow that we feel it's missing while being isolated at home. And maybe now we understand why being a part of something bigger is also part of our human nature. I encourage you to share your thoughts and suggestions with Madhu directly by emailing her at madhu@einsiedler.at and to engage with her on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Until next time, be well and healthy.